how to create the perfect Amazon listing to get more sales on Amazon UK, the amazon.co.uk site. Hi guys, thank you for watching this video and thank you for joining me. My name is Richard. I've been an Amazon seller myself for over 10 years now, and in this video I would like to share with you some of the key strategies that I use when I create new product listings. In this video I will go over a step-by-step guide on my screen to show you how to create the perfect Amazon listing. I will also show you how to get high-ranking keywords quickly and most importantly for free, so that you can use them in your listing and you can optimize your listing for the Amazon search engine. And number 3, I will show you the key parts of your Amazon listing and how to use those parts effectively to make sure that your listing is optimized for the Amazon search engine, and so that your product gets the most exposure and the best potential to sell. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please click the subscribe button and enable bell notifications so that you don't miss out on any future content that I post. I personally did not see the potential in my products until I started writing down what works and making a list of key strategies that made a difference to my listings. And once I had a list of strategies outlined for creating new product listings, I could apply them to all my products, and that's when I truly saw my sales grow and my Amazon business generate more revenue for me. Creating an Amazon listing is one of the most important parts for you as an Amazon business owner, if not the most important part. I cannot stress this enough. If you do not create a good Amazon listing, if you don't create a perfect Amazon listing, you may have the perfect product with a massive potential to sell, but if you don't create the perfect listing, you will never see that product sell. So we have to be very careful here. With that said, let's take a look what it all looks like on the Amazon site, and let's see what we need to do. So we're just going to jump on my screen now. So as you can see over here, once you log into the Amazon Seller Central, to create a new product, you will need to go to Inventory and Add a Product. Once you click on Add a Product, it will bring you to this page here. Now over here, you'll see at the bottom there's a List a New Product section. What you want to do here is, instead, you don't want to search here because we're not linking this product to an existing product. We want to create a new product. So we're going to click on this Create a New Product Listing button. Now once you've clicked on there, it's going to bring you to a classification page. On this classification page, we have to classify a product and we have to make sure that we select the right product category for our product. Now in this example, we're going to use the same product I've used previously in my other video when searching for keywords, and it's going to be a mobile phone case. So for mobile phone case, you'll need to go to Electronics and Photos, Mobile Phones and Communication, Accessories, and here we have two options really. Sometimes some of the options will not show up in here, and we'll have to use the closest categories that we can find. Now in this case, cases and covers are not here, so we're going to use the closest one, which is accessory kits. Now once we select that, we can go inside the product creation page. Now the product creation page here has also an advanced view, and you must enable that so that you can see all of the options. Now bear in mind, the more details we provide for a product, the better chances are for the clients, for the customers, for the buyers to find your product on the Amazon search engine, and we'll go into that in more detail in a minute. So make sure that you enable this advanced view. Now before we go into all of this, let's just jump to an Amazon product and take a look at what it looks like from the buyer's perspective, from the client's website. So if we jump here to amazon.co.uk, which is the site that we're going to be listing on, and we do a search for iPhone 11 case, which is the product that we're going to be selling. Once we click on search, it then brings us back a bunch of products. The example that we use is going to be this iPhone 11 Amazon Choice clear silicone case that we looked at before. If you saw my previous video on how to find a product. So we're just going to click on this. This is going to take us inside the product page itself. Now, if you take a look at this product page, you can see that we have some key attributes here that we're going to be filling out on our product. Now this up here is the title. Then lower down here we have the bullet points, the feature bullet points. On the left over here we have our product images, and then we have things like recommended retail price, we have the price, we have the offers, and so forth. Then lower down we also have our description, and in this case the seller is using a A+ branded content, which you do get once you register your brand with Amazon. So if you watch my previous video on how to register your brand with Amazon, you'll see what you need to do in order to get that done, and how then you can use this page to cross promote your products. This is actually very powerful and very useful. Okay, but for now, if we just jump back to our product page. So these things here that you can see, which is the product title, the key bullet points, and the images. These are the most important parts of your product listing. I cannot stress this enough. If you do not get this right, you are potentially throwing away your own money, and you are potentially not giving your product the best chances to succeed on Amazon. So you do not want to do that. Now, I am also using Helium 10 over here. I will not be using it for this video, but this is why you'll see some things like, you know, product evaluation and, you know, other things popping up that you may not have on your screen. So you can ignore those for now, because for this video we're going to be focusing purely on using free tools. Let's jump to our product listing, and what we're going to do now, we're going to fill out all the details with exception of the item title, the description, our key bullet points and keywords, because we're going to go into those parts in more detail. So let's jump back to vital information. So the first thing you'll need to enter when you are creating your product is the product identifier, the product ID. If your manufacturer or your product supplier has not provided you with a EAN or UPC number, you might have to go out and buy this yourself. It's not a difficult thing to obtain. You can just go to Google, for example, and, you know, do a search for UPC for Amazon UK. If you just search for that, you will come up with a bunch of websites that sell UPC and EAN numbers. Just go inside the website and place an order. They generally cost between £3 and £5 per barcode, and then, you know, it depends if you buy more than one. If you buy like 50 or 100, it will be a lot cheaper. But you can just buy one if you want to. Once you place an order, they normally email them to you. You can then just copy the number and put it in your product ID here. Next, we'll have our title, and as I said, we're going to leave that for now and come back to it later. Brand name, if you are a registered brand owner, or, you know, if you have your own trademark or you registered brand with Amazon, you put your brand name there. If you're private labeling, you can just put your private label there. So I did a quick search, and the brand name Case Over was free. So if I was to create a new product for a brand called Case Over, which is going to be my private label for this mobile phone case, that would go in here. Manufacturer would then be again the same thing, so we just copy paste that across. Manufacturer part number, normally over here I stick to a format, which in my case is the brand name, so I'll put something like CO, then I will follow that with a dash, and the product we're going to be selling is an iPhone 11 case, so therefore I would put something that identifies it as an iPhone 11 case. So I'll put like i11, and it's put some attributes about it so that I can identify. Let's say if I've got 10 different iPhone cases, I would want to make sure that I know which one this is. So then I can go back here and say, okay, i11, it's a TPU silicon case, so i11 TPU clear would be my identifier, the manufacturer part number, and then you can put something like 0001 in case you have many different ones. You can identify between them. Again, color, you don't have to put this in, but I would recommend that you do, because it will help buyers find your product when they search for it. So in this case, it's going to be clear, and we can map our color. If it's not a Amazon registered color that Amazon has in this drop down here, you can then link it to a color. So for example, clear will link to transparent, or let's say if we, you know, if we have, I don't know, rose gold, you would probably link it to pink, right? But for now, let's link this to transparent. Next, there is a variation section here, but as I said, I'm not going to go into this because I don't want to make a really long video. Variation is very simple. You just select what you want to variate it by, and then you just enter details for each of the color that you, for example, if you have different colors, you'd enter details for each of the color, very much in the same way as you're doing here. But we're just going to skip that for now and go straight to our offer. Now, offer, this is quite an important part because we want to make sure that we get this right. Now, your price here should be the highest price that you would possibly ever sell this item for. So here's what we have to go back and research a product before we do that, unless you already done this before. Now, if we go back to our search results, we can see that this particular product varies in price between $4.99 and let's say $13.99 is the highest price. So therefore we put the highest price here as $13.99. Now, don't worry about this for now because that's not the price that you're going to market it at. That's just the price that you're going to put in your listing so that when buyers look at it, they'll say, oh wow, you know, this product is worth this much. Let's just jump back here because we want to get this manufacturer part number. I always put my seller SKU same as manufacturer part number because I don't want to confuse the things and I want to keep it the same. Sale price. This is the price that you are going to sell the product at on day-to-day basis. So we saw over here that our Amazon choice one was at $4.99. There's another one at $4.98. There's some other ones $6.99, $9.99, $8.99. So I think I would not put it as the lowest price straight away because we can even see here there's some, you know, promoted ones at $6.99 or $5.99. I would therefore put this in as a sale price at $6.99. Sale date, put this from today until, you know, you can skip forwards a couple of years so that it just always stays the same. There you go, January 2023. Quantity, we're going to put this 0 for now because it's going to be an FBA product, so we'll send our quantity in once we send our stock to Amazon. But if you're obviously dispatching yourself, you put whatever quantity you've got. Condition, always set as new. Max order quantity. Now this is important only if you're using things like coupons and you want to make sure that, you know, somebody doesn't go and buy out your product in one go. Let me explain this. Now, if you're, for example, if you're using a coupon or a sale on your product and you're dropping the price by like 80 or 90% just to get more sales for your product, right? You don't want to leave this empty because somebody could come in and just take all your stock in one go and you will lose out because it will not generate the activity on your product as you want. It'll be a single buy. Yeah, so you don't want that. So if you are making offers or reducing price, you want to set this fairly low, so something between 3 and 5 units. So let's put this at 3 for now. Handling time, you want to do 1 unless you are shipping the product yourself and you know you want extra time to dispatch it. So let's say you're away for the weekend, you can put handling time up so that when people are searching and buying this product, it will show them that, you know, you will receive it next week on Wednesday. Yeah, can be gift message and gift wrap. Definitely make sure you check these products. You don't have to do this yourself if it's shipped by Amazon, and you will get extra money from Amazon for this, so definitely do this. Restock date, you don't need to populate. I normally do put a start selling date, but I don't think it's very important, but put it in as the current date. Recommended retail price, I know people say don't bother with it, but I do put it in anyway as, you know, whatever the highest price is. So if we put $13.99 as our normal price, I'm going to put this at like $14.99. Yeah, just to say that normally it's recommended. And that's when you'll see it, like over here. If we jump to a product again and jump inside here, you will see an RRP price, and I think it's quite a nice thing to have on your product because it'll say, oh, well, you know, recommended price is that, it's on sale now, go get it now. Yeah, so when somebody's buying it, it will just give them that extra incentive to buy it. Okay, so let's go back to it. So that's our offer. That's pretty much it. As you can see, very straightforward. Next, there's a compliance section. You don't need to fill this out unless you have stuff with batteries in it. Then obviously you need to provide information about your item. Now, images. So this is the most important part of your listing. I cannot stress this enough. if you don't get it right with your images, there's a good chance that you won't sell. So get this right. Okay, let me show you what I mean. If we jump back to our product listing, check out this guy's images, right? And this is why it's a good selling listing. Main image, white background, and it's large, right? It'll be like 1000 by 1000 or 1000 by 1500 pixels, so that when you put your mouse over it, it zooms in and shows the clarity of the product. And he's got another bunch of images underneath. So here it shows the product and it shows all the features of the product, right? So it's a casual product. It looks cool if you're wearing jeans, right? It's a transparent product, so it looks cool on all the colors of the iPhone. It's a tough product. If you drop it, you won't break your phone. All right, these are all the things that the buyers are looking at when they want to buy a case. They want to buy a case. They think, oh, how is it going to look on my phone? You know, my phone is yellow. How is it going to look? Oh, cool, I like it, right? You know, I'm worried I might drop my phone. This answers all the questions without the buyer reading about stuff. And what you want to do, and again, I cannot stress this enough. This is super important. What you want to do, you want to make sure that when a buyer clicks on your product listing, when they click on it, they're gonna commit and buy. And the best way to do it is to give them all the information they need to see very quickly, so that they can make their decision quickly and they don't sit around and read stuff and change their mind. Yeah, we want to make sure they convert very quickly, and images is the way to do it. So look, all these images are clear. They show the key features of this, you know, of this phone case, and they make you want to buy it because they're crisp and they're nice. Invest in images and make sure that you use them effectively in your product. Now, not many people know this, but you know, you can only see 7 here. But if you click on one of the images, there's actually 9 images here. There's some additional ones that don't show up. Amazon will only display 7. So that's why it's important to show a minimum of 7 and showcase your best 7 images. You can also have a video if you have an Amazon brand registered. Okay, so let's get back to it. Oh, sorry, one more thing. And again, your main image is super important. It has to sell your product, because guess what? When somebody searches for a phone case, for example, here, it's got a ton of nice phone cases with beautiful images, right? So if you want to sell yours, if you want yours to do better than all these other ones, guess what? The most important thing is the product image. If you don't have the product image, you might as well not bother selling, right? Because look at all these other products, they've got beautiful images. Okay, so let's jump back to our product. Make sure you put as many images as you can. Okay, so once we got our image, the next thing is to populate the description. Here, as I said, we've got these product bullet points and we can have 5 of them. So make sure you use all 5. And I'm going to go into why it's so important in a minute. And lastly, we also have these search terms. So now let's talk about the title, the product description, and these bullet points and the keywords. These are the 4 things that are very important when it comes to optimizing your listing for the Amazon search engine. Now, when I say optimizing your listing, I mean giving the Amazon search engine the best chance, the best opportunity to find your product, you know, in a list of all of these other products that are there. How does the search engine know whether to display your product and not display one of these other ones, right? That is what's going to make the difference. We want to make sure that our product is at the top of this list here and not somewhere at the bottom where nobody can see it. This is why it's so very important. Out of those 4 things, we have to get them right in this order. Number 1 is the title. Yeah, so if we click into this product again, number 1 is this title here. The Amazon search engine will look for keywords in this title to make sure that it displays the right product for the customer when a customer searches for it. So when somebody searches for iPhone 11 case, it will automatically look inside this title and say, is the word iPhone 11 case, is the phrase iPhone 11 case there? Yes, it is. And it will then also look in other places. It will look next inside these bullet points here to see if the words iPhone 11 and case are there. And lastly, it will also look inside a hidden keyword. The hidden keyword section is over here, and it will contain all the crap keywords that you don't want to display, you know, on the custom facing page of your product. So all the rubbish that you got left over, you're basically going to dump in there. But we want to find all the keywords that we can use to rank your product on the search page. As I said, the most important thing is the title, so let's go and generate the title. The way I normally do it, and I already pre-populated a document with this, is I have a product description template that I use. Whenever I create a product title, I follow this this format where I have the brand name first, then the product name, then keywords, then color size, right? When I say brand name first, a lot of people say don't use your brand name first because, you know, like if you're not a known brand, then what's the point of putting your brand at first because people won't know what it is. Well, guess what? If you don't ever advertise your brand, people will never know about it. The best way, if you've got your own brand, you want to grow it, put it out there first so that people see it. If your product becomes successful, guess what? Your brand is going to grow, right? And people will search by it. So leave it there. And I have had cases where I've put the brand at the back, but then Amazon have automatically like chucked it at the front. So I think it's best just to keep it at the front. So as I said, brand name first, then product name. And when I say product name, I mean the search term for your product that you want to rank for. So for example, here we want to rank for, you know, iPhone 11 case. So what I mean is when somebody goes in, when a buyer goes on the Amazon website and they type in iPhone 11 case, you want to be the first result on that page, right? So that's your ranking search term. So that's what we're going to put in our title. So if we jump back here, now product name, and then we want keywords, and I'm going to go into keywords right now. So before we put all this together, we need to have a bunch of keywords that the buyer will search for when they're searching for this product or a similar product. Okay, now you can use tools like Helium, or you can use like Jungle Scout and stuff, and they will help you with getting a list of keywords. But in this video I'm not going to go into it because they're all paid tools and you have to subscribe and you have to pay money for them. If you are a new seller and you're low on budget, I can appreciate that because I was there once too. And I started my Amazon business. I had no money whatsoever, and I had to start everything from scratch and had to use all the tools and all the free stuff that I could. So here's a quick and free way to get keywords. Okay, what you want to do, you want to go to this website first. Remove duplicate words and repeated keywords. Okay, it's a tracemyip.org, and basically what it lets you do is it lets you to throw in a bunch of text in here and remove all the duplicates. And here's where that's important, right? Now, I said that the most important place for your keywords in your listing is the title and these bullet points. Now, most sellers that are doing well know this and they use this, right? They use this strategy because they know it works. So this is why you can very quickly and easily grab a bunch of high-ranking keywords. It won't give you every keyword, but it will give you a load of high-ranking keywords. So if we just grab a title from this product and we dump it in here, and then we're going to go back and we're going to grab the bullet points from here and we're going to dump it in there as well. Okay. And we're going to repeat this for like 10 products just to get a load of different keywords, right? So this was one product. Now I'm going to go out. I'm then going to go into another product that looks like the product that I'm selling. And I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to grab this. I'm not going to grab the brand name because we won't need it. But I'm going to grab that, paste it in there. Go back. Grab these. And again, repeat. And repeat and repeat, and you can do this for as many products you want because, like I said, this tool over here, it will remove all the duplicates. So if you've got iPhone 11 150 billion times, at the end, it's only going to leave you with one, right? So just get as many titles and look for, I'll show you, these last two keywords actually weren't that great, but look for a product that's got like, that's really using the keywords, and you'll see the ones, like this one here, right? It's just full of keywords. You can see it because it looks like a blocked up chunk of, chunked up little text that doesn't really make much sense, but it's all one big block of keywords. So just grab them from there. Somebody's used paid tools to make this. Why not just go and grab them and reuse them, because you're competing with these guys. Right, so now that we've got all of these, we're gonna just keep original order and click on this button, and it's gonna make a list of keywords for you. Now, there will be a load of crap in there that you won't need, but you know, this is a free method. So then you're gonna have to copy this, go to your Word document, paste the text, and now we're just gonna go through and remove everything that we don't know. So Ring Infusion is, you know, is a brand, so we don't want it. So, but iPhone 11 case cover, I want to remove the comma, clear, back, shockproof, TPU, bumper. You can see it's all just pure keywords. Phone, 6.1 inch, 2019, transparent. Yeah, these are all high ranking keywords. And then you can remove things like use of, you know, joining words and all that kind of stuff. Flawless, don't really want. LCD, retina display, don't really want that stuff. Yeah, but you get what I mean. I'm not going to go into this in this video because it's going to take us ages to go through it. So once you've got your list of keywords, you've got all these high ranking keywords, you know, iPhone 11, case cover, clear back. Yeah, make sure that you use as many of these in your title and your feature bullet points. Okay, so I've put my title together here. So I've got CaseOver, which is a brand name that we're going to use for this example. It's not actually a register or the existing brand name, but I just kind of made it up. So if you if you're looking for a brand name, feel free to take it. iPhone 11 case, and then I'm using, you know, iPhone 11 case is my search term that I want to rank for, and then I'm using a load of keywords. Yeah, crystal, clear, back, shockproof, heavy, duty, silicon, phone, cover, glass, screen protector, iPhone 11, 6.1. Yeah, these are all high ranking keywords. Okay, so that's how we put together our title. So once you got your title, you can just copy from here. Now the reason why I do it in the Word document, or you can do it in text document as well, it doesn't have to be Word, is because it will pick up on spelling mistakes and things like, you know, if you've missed out spaces or, you know, anything else. It makes it a lot more clearer than when you do it inside the Amazon product builder. All right, so if we go back to our product, that's our title, just paste it in there and you are done. Next, we go to our second important part, which is going to be our product attribute bullet points. Now these we do want to spend some time on and make sure that we get them right. Okay, so here, these feature bullet points, you want to outline the main features of your product in bold so that it stands out. I also add this checkpoint because I think it looks cool on your product listing. If you know, you don't just have like a simple bullet point or nothing at all, right? It's nice to have your main thing in a bracket so that that captures your attention straight away. I do think having it in bold is better because it stands out and it doesn't look like the, you know, the buyer has to read the whole text. You know, they can get the main thing from the content that's in bold. And then next, add some text behind it, but make your text look attractive. Don't just put it full of keywords, because if you just populate it full of keywords and you end up with like a block of keywords, it just looks ugly and people are put off. So put in something nice. So, you know, like we've designed each cutout of this case to align precisely with the iPhone's features while staying true to the original look so that you can access all of the features with ease, right? But then here you can use things like iPhones with an S on the end. Yeah, you can use case, or you can even change it to cases so that you hit an extra keyword. Yeah, so put in extra keywords in here, but don't go over the top of pulling loads of keywords in there that just look ugly in the end. But make sure that you use keywords inside here. This is another place where the search engine is going to look for keywords when it's, you know, analyzing your listing and deciding whether to display it on the page or not. So you really want to go through these carefully, and once you've put together an attractive bit of text, you then want to see how you can, you know, inject the keywords from here and make sure that you hit as many of them as you can. Now, here's an important part. You don't have to repeat the keyword every time you're mentioning something, right? If you've said iPhone 11 once, you don't have to repeat iPhone or 11 ever again. It's already in your list of keywords. If you said case once, use cover next time. Use bumper, use, you know, cases or covers or another word that means the same and is in your list of keywords. Put together a list of feature bullet points. Make sure that the main thing stands out in bold, you know, complete crystal clear visual transparency. Boom, that hits the feature of my product. and now I can say something fluffy about it next, and I can use, you know, I can use some keywords like crystal clear. Yeah, you can, if you can't think of like your own features and bullet points, go to like a nice listing and have a look what other people are writing. Don't copy theirs completely, because it's going to look like you've stolen somebody's, you know, description, but get inspired from theirs is what I'm saying. And also, I always like to add a guarantee at the end, but don't say like 12 months guarantee. Add something like something personal, like, you know, you have our guarantee to earn the buyer's trust. They can trust you. I got your back, right? You got my guarantee. You're not happy with the product, no questions, I'll give you full money back. Yeah, just something to seal the deal, right? So once we've got all these features, we can just copy them across to our product over here. So boom, that one. Okay, so once you've populated all the product attribute bullet points, it should look something like this. It's nice and clear, and it's got plenty of keywords inside. Now, next thing, your product description. As I said, you should really be using A+ branded content, so you should register brand with Amazon so that you get this extra stuff for your description. But if you don't have a brand registered yet, you can just type up a description and copy paste it into your product details. That way, you know, those who do like to read about the product a bit more have some information that they can read about it. Again, you can put keywords in there. I don't think this is such an important part for your keywords. Focus on putting keywords in your product product attribute bullets and your title, but you can also put some keywords in here. Make the text nice and attractive for the buyer to read. Again, don't just type in, you know, item specifications, size, you know, 2 inches long, 2.5 grams, you know, transparent in color. Don't just like outline stuff. Make it pleasant to read, right? If somebody's going to go and read it, make it pleasant for them to read. And lastly, if we've got this thing here, which is your hidden keywords or your search terms. Now, here we have an opportunity to put in 250 characters of keywords that we did not use in our title, or we, you know, did not use in our description or our bullet points. Now, that's when I said earlier that you just grab all the, you know, all the crap that you've got left over. These will be things like misspellings and maybe, you know, in a different language, or, you know, whatever, anything that you don't want to appear on the front page of your product, you just grab and put in there. So, and again, let me just stress this again, you don't have to repeat stuff. So if you put iPhone 11 case in your title, you don't have to put the words iPhone 11 or case in your hidden keywords. Putting it in once is enough. Put stuff in your hidden keywords that you don't have in your title, your bullet points, or your description that you want your product to rank for. Grab any keywords that you haven't used in your description, and you have up to 250 characters to put in here. Yeah. If it goes over, it will just chop it up. And that is pretty much it for creating a product listing. So let me just go over it. So main things of your product listing, you want to make sure that you have, you know, amazing images. Don't save money on images. Go out and get a, you know, image supplier that will give you 3D rendering of your images. If we look over here, you know, at this product, for example, that is not somebody using a camera at home. That is somebody using a 3D render to make a beautiful image, and you can see how crisp it is, right? And it really looks stunning. Don't save on images. You know, it might cost you around 300-400 pounds to get a set of images, like 8 of images of this product, but it's so worth doing it because look, it just makes the product look that much better. Yeah, and when it comes to getting your product to the top, you have to hit as many points as you can, especially if there's high competition. So make sure you get kick-ass images, get great images for your product. Number 2, get high ranking keywords. I showed you a free way of doing it by, you know, by getting keywords from other people's titles and feature bullet points. But you can also use things like, you know, Helium or Jungle Scout, where, for example, Helium actually lets you to grab a bunch of ASINs from Amazon, and it will reverse look up the keywords that those ASINs are using. So you can literally like get this product here, get its ASIN, put it into Helium, and it will tell you what keywords this product is ranking for, and then you can put the same keywords in your product. Yeah, so invest into getting keywords. You can get them free if you're starting off and you don't have the budget, but make sure that you pick through them and get as many, spend time on keywords is what I mean, right? Get as many good ones as you can. And make sure that you use good titles and good product features. Yeah, don't make your titles too long because it makes them unpleasant to look at. Follow a structure for your titles. Remember what I said, brand, the search term that you want to rank for, keywords, and then you can put some product attributes at the back, like, you know, color and you know, size, which are also going to be your keywords anyway, but it's just going to make the structure of your product look nicer. Product features, don't leave these blank, put them, you know, put as many things there as you can, but don't also make it look like a big chunk of text, because that makes it unpleasant for the buyer to look at, and they will in the end not buy your product. So make it attractive, you know, use the first part in bold, as I said before, so that you know, the buyer can see the outline of your, you know, product features, and then put a load of keywords in there. So as I said, images, title, product features, use as many keywords as you can so that your product has the best chances to come up on the Amazon search engine, and so that the buyers have the best opportunity to buy your product. But that is about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the content. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, please click subscribe and enable bell notifications, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you all soon. Bye for now.